there could very well be someone listening to us talking about this. Really? Am I? Are you sure there isn't, I don't know, some players hanging around listening to all the stuff we say to each other?
Why would anybody be listening? You don't have anything interesting to say. Right.
We want your time and experience to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you have an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, then please text the word "Kings" along with your issue and CK to 55555. A member of our populations will respond and address your complaint.
Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. Let's see some of the numbers here for Malik Monk.
And, guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Up at the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. Anthony Edwards out there with Green, and it's Gobert in at the center position. And for Sacramento, backcourt guards are Schroeder and Levine. Murray and Sabonis make up the inside pair. And it's DeRozan in at the 3. You know, some interesting news I just heard about MP off the court. He and Karl Anthony Towns and Tyrese Maxey all set to have their likenesses featured in an upcoming anime.
And I believe it'll center around their lives as basketball stars. So not a huge stretch for them. But I saw the poster that was released, and I have to admit, it looks incredible. And smooth dish from MP. That's talent and teamwork.
And even though we're very early into the season, Stan, what do you make of the top teams in the league so far?
Well, Kevin, there's some that have definitely impressed me so far, but it's a long season. I want to see if those at the top can keep playing at that level throughout the year. Well, he's not as explosive inside as he once was, but DeMar DeRozan still gets it done at the rim.
McDaniels outside. McDaniels off the pick from Green. A nice shot by McDaniels.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Schroeder against MP. Pass to Levine. Takes a 3. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. Timberwolves have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for to start off this game. McDaniels outside. Now here's Edwards. Randall from outside. Sabonis grabs the board. DeRozan surveying the D. Here's Schroeder. Launches it. DeRozan's shot is off. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Man, that game goes down to the wire. Both teams exhausted, but only one has something left for the encore.
Yeah, this is the kind of game you come away thinking coulda, woulda, shoulda. Sometimes it just doesn't go your way.
Gobert gets the bucket.
And you gotta box out Gobert or he will make you pay on the offensive glass.
Schroeder against Green. Outside DeRozan. He's looking for Sabonis and finds him.
And although an undersized center, more then making up for it with some serious hops.
The Kings come into this one following a loss to the Nuggets in Ball Arena.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
Well, on the road, your defense needs to withstand runs from the other side, and that wasn't the case for them.
Green kicks to McDaniels. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Sabonis. And let's take a moment to honor the Western Conference Player of the Week, MP.
He's really been on his A game lately. You know, the way their offense is set up, it really relies on his ability. He sets the tone each time down the floor, and he's been a lot of fun to watch. The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, the Timberwolves this summer signing extensions to keep their elite front court intact. In bringing back Julius Randle and Naz Reid, they maintain a team strength, one that seems more necessary than ever in the loaded West, guys.
You got it, making the commitment. Okay, Shams, thanks for the report. And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Doug Christie gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Immediately, Anthony Edwards came up in our conversation, and Coach kind of chuckled and said, well, I don't know if anyone on the planet can slow this kid down. He's on his way to becoming one of the best in the league, if he's not there already. Looks like they're going to roll the dice on one of the league's most talented players. Kevin, back to you.
And Allie, thanks so much. McDaniels finds Green. And here's Edwards. Three-pointer. Straight D that time from Dennis Schroeder.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Levine feeling it out a bit. Sabonis sets the pick for Schroeder. Sacramento again missing.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Green passes to Gobert. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
Well, it's exactly what Gobert wants offensively. He wants to attack at the closest range possible.
And the shot is good.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Gobert with a screen on Schroeder. Green passes to Gobert. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Great read by MP, showing he has a sense for when someone is open.
They set the pick. Levine for three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Randle outside. And Randle throws it down.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Now here's Schroeder. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Denver. McDaniels against DeRozan. Schroeder, and the three ball is good. Schroeder's got 5.
Well, you got to at least honor Schroeder's outside shot. He's definitely capable of connecting.
Green drives in, and the real star stand of this Kings team is Domantas Sabonis. Can he anchor them, though, defensively?
Well, Sabonis is not a big-time shot blocker, Kevin, but paint points haven't been their biggest concern. Rather, it's been their struggles closing out the shooters on the perimeter.
Monks checked in for Dennis Schroeder. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Minnesota. MP outside. Outside Edwards. 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And finished off by Gobert.
Yeah, Gobert making good on the threat of his height and length. Just hammering it down.
Monk against MP. Sabonis sets the pick for DeRozan. It's stolen by Gobert. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Edwards. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got assist number 5 here tonight. And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. Trailing here by 8. Monk's shot's good.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
Now here's Green. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Suns in Phoenix. DiVincenzo finds Green. Here's Randall. Shot clock at 6. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
And stolen by DiVincenzo. Green against Murray. MP with it. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Now here's DeRozan. They trail by 6. Monk kicks to Murray. Drills the three-pointer.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter. Knows where to park himself and always ready to receive the pass.
Gobert with a screen on Monk. MP outside. And there's the drive. And he banks in the layup. MP's got 6.
MP on a mission there to get to the bucket.
MP against Monk. Lets it go from deep. Julius Randle with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 5. Edwards looking it over. Green left side. And MP throws it down.
Fantastic slam by MP, proving how dangerous he can be inside.
Monk against Green. Monk the best to DeRozan. Sabonis' screen on Edwards. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
I'll tell you can get a lot of mileage putting Sabonis in the 2-minute game.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And some changes here for the Kings. Eubanks, he's checked in for Sabonis. Sharch comes in for Keegan Murray. And it's Carter in for Levine. Now, here's MP. He's got 8. Pass to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
What a well-placed screen by Randall. Not only helping the ball handler, but also making some room for himself.
DeRozan with it. Ingles covering. Sharch with the screen for DeRozan. It's stolen by Randall. And here we go. Fast break. MP's got it.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
The Kings trail by 9. Carter down low. Covered by MP. DiVincenzo against Monk. The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
He's looking very confident so far. The defense is going to have to account for him.
Pass to Ingles. Back to Randall. And Malik Monk is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Shannon's checked in. Ingles with a screen on Clark. Now, here's Ingles. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Right side, DeRozan. Carter outside. 6 on the shot clock. Out to DeRozan. From about 19 feet. And no good.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good luck. Just couldn't find the mark.
Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close.
The previous play is under review.
Did he get the basket off in time?
Yeah, and at this point of the game, some might say, hey, can't we just skip?
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those.
And so it's MP making things happen for the Timberwolves. He got into double digits. Changes here for the Kings. Sabonis, he's checked in for Eubanks. Dean comes in for Šarić. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Carter. Minnesota also making some changes. Gobert, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. Edwards comes in for Dillingham. And MP subbed in for Mike Conley. Levine kicks to DeRozan. Levine against Edwards. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Daniels is checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. So on the floor for Minnesota, the wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. And it's Green in at the point guard position. Here's Schroeder. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Schroeder's got his third bucket of the night.
Well, he's fearless amongst the trees. When Schroeder sees a scoring opportunity in close, he takes charge.
We know Dennis Schroeder is a great pro, Stan, but he might be even better playing internationally.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right, and there's a few guys like that. We saw it with Dennis Schroeder, that when they're playing for their country, maybe it's the role they have or the confidence that their teammates and coaching staffs have in them at that level, but Dennis Schroeder takes over when he's playing for Germany.
McDaniels gets a wide-open look. No good from outside.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Yeah, few guys do it better than DeRozan from the mid-range.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Okay, Anthony Edwards is truly a superstar on the rise. He said, quote, "People forget how young I am. I'm not even touching my prime yet. I'm just trying to get more efficient as every year goes by." Guys, back to you.
Yep, a star on the rise. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. Randall, a screen on Schroeder. Green. MP going to work inside.
Now, this is what we want from MP. Night after night, an energetic performance on the offensive end.
Schroeder kicks to Monk. It's stolen by Edwards. Up the floor. MP, no good. Here's Sacramento now. They're on a 19-6 run. Schroeder outside, and he drives in. Gobert against DeRozan. Back to Schroeder. The Kings need to get off a shot here. McDaniels kicks to Randall. Here's Gobert, and finished off by Gobert.
And good luck keeping Gobert off the boards. He has a tremendous nose for the ball.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And we've heard some coaches complaining about players getting away with traveling. Is that something, Greg, the league needs to clean up?
Well, it's inevitable that a few of those calls are going to be missed. But listen, you'd rather have that than officials whistling travels that didn't happen.
Šarić is checked in for Sacramento. And a change for the Timberwolves. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Randall. McDaniels passes to Green. And here is DiVincenzo. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got his 8th assist in the game. Schroeder finds Monk. Edwards against Levine. And they call an illegal screen here.
Well, picking up his second foul. He can still be aggressive, but has to be smart about it.
Jones checked in for Dario Šarić. Timberwolves leading by 5. Pass to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo gets the screen from Green. No good on the 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Monk's shot's good.
I like that Monk stays committed to his shot despite the inside coverage. earning those 2 points.
Gobert, the screen. Here's MP. Gobert, great positioning on the putback.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight, not wasting any chances, really using his head.
Monk outside. Pass to Sabonis. Inside. And it's Schroeder missing.
Honestly, guys, that's a shot you expect your players to make.
And finished off by Gobert.
Well, you know Gobert's defense is always in the spotlight. But what about his scoring tonight?
Schroeder kicks to Sabonis. On the wing, Jones. It's a nice ball movement here by the Kings. Monk looking around. Clock at 6. Levine wide open. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Levine's got 6.
You can't forget about Levine from deep.
1:24 left in the first half of basketball. MP dishes to McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Green against Schroeder. MP passes to McDaniels. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And Jones has it in the corner. Outside Levine. To the paint. Here's Monk. And that comes off the assist by Levine. And now just a 2-point Timberwolves lead. MP against Schroeder. MP passes to McDaniels. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
A smart idea from McDaniels, looking to convert inside.
Green against Schroeder. Outside Levine. Monk outside. Pass to Schroeder. Shot from 12. And again, it's Sacramento converted.
Well, look, Schroeder feels very comfortable operating in that mid-range area.
Here's MP. He's got 14. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Timberwolves lead by 2. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
When you look at how they're getting their points, a good portion comes from inside. They're going right at the defense.
All right, now, still. And that about wraps it.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Well, he's already put in a full day's work. They might want to lighten the load on him in the second half.
Outside in the perimeter, Levine and DeRozan. Murray and Sabonis make up the inside pair. And it's Schroeder in at the point. And so that's who Doug Christie starts the second half with. So, Greg, in the offseason, the Kings made it a priority to address their need at point guard.
I mean, they had multiple combo guards on the roster, but lacked a true lead guard. And they realized they needed someone who could run the offense, hoping Dennis Schroeder can fill that role.
Schroeder against MP. Pass to Edwards. From deep. They get the rebound. MP up high, down hard.
Extra effort goes the way of MP for the score.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Sabonis sets the pick for Levine. Takes it out to Schroeder. That falls. Nice feed that time from Sabonis. Schroeder's got 12 in the game.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
The shot from 20 feet away. For three, Edwards. The three ball from Anthony Edwards.
And making 3 of their first 4 shots in this half is a strong start. Now it's about growing that momentum.
Levine gets to DeRozan. Off target with his 3. Minnesota leading by 7. McDaniels outside. Gobert finds Green. Pass to McDaniels. Green with a screen on DeRozan. A shot by McDaniels, no good. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the King. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
A very physical player. DeMontis basically forced his way through the foul there.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And GA, you look at the numbers for Sabonis. They're historic. But how would you surround him? Are you kidding me? What a play by MP.
Talk about finishing with power. MP showing the rim no mercy there.
And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. To the middle. Here's Sabonis. It counts. And the foul. It's going to be on MP.
And you got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
For Sacramento, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Free throw good. Sabonis. The 2-time dunk champion, Zach LaVine, can hammer it down, Coach, or he can bury one from 3.
Well, that's right, Kevin. And look, he came into the league with that great athletic ability, and we all marveled at it. But this guy's really gone to work on his skills, and he's become one of the most efficient shooters in this league from any range on the floor. This guy has gone from great athlete to great play.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Pass to Levine. Back to Schroeder. This one for 3. Offensive rebound. Sabonis kicks to Levine. Here's DeRozan. Out to the wing. Nobody near Schroeder. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist.
Well, so often the catalyst, Schroeder, the recipient of a good pass that time, rewarding his teammates' trust.
MP dishes to Edwards. Fires the 3. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
DeRozan for 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Randall's got 6 rebounds in the game. To the inside. And what a sweet jam by Edwards.
Well, that was unbelievable. Not many guys can do what Ant-Man just did.
And the Kings making a change here. Monk's checked in. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Timberwolves.
Well, the defense hasn't done nearly a good enough job of getting back in transition, and they've taken advantage, racking up fast break points against them.
And we also got to highlight how lackluster the opposition has been in terms of boxing out. This team is flat out bullying them on the offensive glass.
Edwards, he is a bruiser.
Well, you talk about a full 180. His play here in the second half has really come on. You can see his confidence building.
Murray finds Sabonis. Now Schroeder, guarded by Green. Back to Sabonis. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. MP against Schroeder. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Hits the 3-point bomb. Edwards got the lead up to 13 now for Minnesota. Kings have gone to even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Levine against McDaniel. Outside, Levine. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Just 5 to shoot. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And here is Green. He's got 18. Edwards with the screen. Lets the three fly. And another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Schroeder outside. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
Shots are just flowing him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Edwards with the screen. Pass to Gobert. Timberwolves passing it around. Gobert with a screen on Schroeder. Green kicks to Edwards. For Murray. And there's Edwards on the assist by MP. And that's now 27 points for Anthony Edwards. Monk, the pass to Schroeder. Inside. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
Well, look, Sabonis has the footwork to get himself in position to finish right at the cup.
Schroeder against Green. Outside Edwards. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Schroeder kicks to Sabonis. Levine against McDaniel. Gobert with the block.
Stellar defense. Gobert will have him thinking twice about bringing it inside again.
And that dunk reverberated throughout this entire building.
It sure did. Up high and down hard on the windmill flush. And Doug Christie wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Carter, he's checked in for Sacramento. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Monk against DiVincenzo. Back to Sabonis. Carter sets the pick for Levine. Off target from outside.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Basket good. DiVincenzo's got 8 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Carter. That one's off. Still out of sync.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Yeah, and to do it on the road, it shows how well prepared this team was coming into this contest.
Time to go courtside and hear what's going on with DeMar DeRozan. Hey, Allie, what have you heard?
Guys, I was able to catch up with the Kings head athletic trainer. All signs point to a high ankle sprain, something that they're going to have to be very careful with. They're certainly thinking player safety first, so they'll likely err on the side of caution, but it does change their plans a bit.
And Allie, we thank you for the report.
Yeah, we put so much effort into injury prevention in the NBA, but injuries are still going to happen. That's just the unfortunate part of the game.
So Anthony Edwards, the Timberwolves franchise player. GA, how good do you think he can be?
Well, some were ready to anoint him the new face of the league, but if they're to win the franchise's first title, there's another level he's got to reach.
MP with a screen on Carter. 4 on the shot clock. No one covering. MP's got 9 points here in the second half. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Sacramento. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thank you, guys. The Kings last season traded for Zach LaVine, and he said, quote, "I've been a fan for a long time, knowing how incredible these fans are each and every game. A Tuesday night, it's still going to be packed in here. People pull for their team, and I don't take it for granted." Guys, back to you.
Tremendous support. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Another possession, another assist.
And that last assist ties him for the franchise record for most in a game. How about the night he's having?
He's been on time and pinpoint with his passing all game long. Fantastic performance to tie the franchise record. Here's Sabonis. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And you talk about the best center in the league. Sabonis certainly, Stan, is in that group.
He sure is, Kevin. The second Sabonis to be in that group. And look, this guy can do it all. He is one of the best passing bigs in the league. He's one of the best rebounding bigs in the league. And he can shoot the ball on the perimeter. A tough guy to deal with.
Out to Saric. Monk outside. A three-pointer off the mark. Timberwolves leading by 23. Now here's Green. 23 points in the game. Outside Edwards. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Minnesota on and it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this.
For Sacramento. Eubanks, he's checked in for Sabonis. Murray comes in for Saric. And Levine subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. So on the floor for Minnesota, we've got Joe Ingles. MP out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Shannon in at the 3 spot. 14 feet away. That's short off the rim. Kings have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Eubanks the pass to Carter. Back to Eubanks. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Nice read. Sets his teammate up. You like how they're sharing the ball.
Now DiVincenzo. Here's MP. That's tipped. DiVincenzo against Monk. Levine for 3. Green with the rebound. MP's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Well, he hit a couple of threes in the first half, but none since then.
Pass to Berenger. MP outside. And they recover it. And that one drops. Shannon's got his first points of the game.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Bean passes to Eubanks. Good ball movement here by the Kings. And it's Carter missing. Minnesota's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Pass to Berenger. Now here's Ingles. The 3. And the ball out of play. The Kings will inbound. Some changes for Sacramento. Sabonis comes in for Eubanks. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Carter. Miller's checked in for Minnesota. The Kings have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Schroeder passes to Levine. Murray for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Pass to Green. Here's Berenger. And we've seen teams make surprising playoff runs only to falter the next year. Team trajectories not always a straight line, clearly.
No, absolutely, Kevin. I would think in most cases it's not a straight line. Because, look, the other teams are all trying to win, too. That's what makes things different. So you might be slightly off the next year and someone else makes a big jump, and then it looks like your decline is a lot bigger than it is. Every year is a new year. Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
And the Kings shooting well, 50% from the floor. Sabonis' screen on DiVincenzo. Levine trying to free himself up, and he gets the bucket. And that's 21 points for Sabonis.
And after a lackluster first half, he's playing with a lot more energy now. Sometimes it takes that break to reset.
To the paint, here's Berenger, and again another assist.
And sure enough, he's just set the single-game franchise record for assists.
Showing that vision both to find his teammates and to reach new heights.
And this is what we love about MP. As much as the spotlight seems to find him, he's always looking for his teammates.
MP finds Miller. Miller off a pick from Green. Beyond the arc. And Sabonis pulls it down. And so Levine will bring it up now for the Sacramento Kings. Here's Murray. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Well, going into a promising draft like this past summer, Greg, are losing teams trying to secure that lottery ticket to the stars?
Well, you look at the last, 4.5 decades worth of champions. Only 5 of those teams were led by a player taken outside the top 7 in the draft. So you can see why teams are trying to draft so high.
Clark outside. Pass to Shannon. Up again. It's good on the putback.
A high motor play from MP to get there for the putback.
The Kings have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Outside for Murray. In the corner, it's Sabonis. Good on the triple. Sabonis has got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Green dishes to Clark. Pass to Shannon. Here's Berenger, defended by Sabonis. Berenger's shot is off. And for Sacramento, they're shooting about 47% here in the fourth.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Timberwolves.
They simply ran them off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight. Used it in their first 2 games against this team, which equal to 2 wins.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for MP.
Well, his triple-double stat line is evidence of his impact on this game. He was affecting play at all times.
And good depth for the Timberwolves. It can be challenging sometimes, Stans, using who plays and who sits.
Well, Kevin, that's the kind of problem you want as a coach. But they've traded away a lot of draft capital to assemble this roster. Now it's about paying them to keep them together.
From downtown, they get it again. So it's Minnesota. Winning this one easy. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful...
What's up, guys? I'm excited for y'all to see the show that myself, Kat, and MP have been putting together. I think you guys will really like it. It was really fun and good production, and the streaming starts Saturday, so you guys tune in. It should be really fun.